The full moon on November 5th occurs the day after the Mars-Uranus opposition. So even though the moon is exalted in Taurus, it's gonna be interesting, for lack of a better word. Also, it doesn't make any aspects for a few hours. So that might produce some sort of free-floating anxiety. Uranus is going to backtrack into Taurus on the 7th. And so there's a lot of things that we will revisit in the way of the themes associated with Uranus and Taurus having to do with the physical body and the things of the earth and money and all of those things that Taurus rules. There will be some upsetting and probably very destabilizing influences, let's just say, in this month ahead. And I also want to say again that this is nothing that we haven't been warned about, that we haven't heard about, such as all of the new pending control measures, digital ID and biometrics, like people being prevented from traveling because of different things like you would see in China with their social credit score. This is something that we are all looking at now as, oh, this is not something way out in the future or only in just this one part of the world. This is a threat to all of us. And it's going to affect currency and people's livelihoods and all of that. And I'm not saying that it's going to be fully successful. A lot of people are aware, more than they ever have been, of the tyranny that they are being faced with. And so it is going to be a civil war of sorts. So this month, be aware of a lot of anxiety, anger, people having panic attacks, people losing their minds. It might seem nonsensical in some ways. For other people, though, this could be just what they needed to get them out of a rut and moving in a new direction that they've already initiated. It's not entirely new. Mercury will be retrograde, so there could be this stress about money. There could be a lot of people are talking about CBDC, going into digital currency and the shifting of the stock markets and all of these sorts of things. But it can only go as far as it can go, right? A lot of crazy things are going to happen that the younger folk are going to see. You're going to see some stuff in your lifetime, kids, that the elders could not have ever dreamed of, could have never imagined. And it might seem like we are getting a glimpse into the apocalypse. But my personal opinion is, it's kind of a rather stoic one, is that, again, this is a repeat of something that has happened and it'll run its course, and There will be modifications and changes, and people will get hurt, and some people will triumph, and some people will push back so hard that there will be change. It's going to be a tug of war. It's not going to happen exactly like anybody thinks. Not even how I think. This is unpredictable. And so we shouldn't get so wrapped up in the fear and the craziness of it all that we lose sight of our own truth and our own clarity that we may have been working so hard to achieve, because these sorts of events have a way of taking us away from, separating us from what is real, turning our attention toward this shit show that produces feelings of helplessness, despair, rage. If I were to give any word of advice as to how to defend yourself or empower yourself, knowing that this is going to be one of those rocky months as far as astrological influences go, it is, don't believe everything you see and hear, and don't give way to your emotions. That means even if you experience a bout of intense anger or anxiety or whatever it is, don't take it so seriously that you identify yourself with it and you lose yourself in it. People will get into some ugly arguments, and there will be some explosive events, guaranteed. But it doesn't mean that we have to identify ourselves with the drama that's playing itself out. So it's entering the state of the observer and also taking responsibility for our own actions and reactions, being able to stop and reflect and go, oh, I might be getting a little too wrapped up in this, or whatever that is.